The other day, my Civic over here left me stranded. Oh no, my car won't start. Whatever will I do? Went out, bought a new battery, was still kind of having issues, and I was having some really weird symptoms. I was saying this before in my things that are wrong with my car. Every once in a while, the car would just kind of shut off in the middle of traffic, and I would just have to turn the car back on, and we were golden. Noticed a few other things, and then the car had trouble starting up. After doing all sorts of research, kind of thought it was my battery. Turns out, after I bought my multimeter, my alternator wasn't starting my car at all. It wasn't doing any charging. It's obviously nighttime, but luckily I have a shop light here, so we're gonna try to do this alternator as fast as possible because I don't want to be here out late. But hopefully this solves all the issues my Civic has been having since I've been dailying it. What is going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So pretty much, as I just explained, I was having some issues, and I thought it was the battery or I was having some other issues. I really couldn't figure out why. The car would randomly just stall out on me, especially when going from reverse to not reverse to first, it would just die, and I didn't know why. Turns out that that's a common thing for an alternator. I got my multimeter, showed her to the battery, and we were only running at 12 volts, and we should be running around 14. So it's time to change out the alternator. Now, generally speaking, this should be a very easy install. The only issue is that my car isn't your typical Honda Civic, and it is engine swap, and I don't know if I can bring it out the top or if to drop it out the bottom, or if it's gonna fit without me undoing motor mounts. I don't really want to touch the motor mounts, but if I have to, I will. But we're gonna hopefully see how this goes. Hopefully it's not too difficult. So I know I can get to the top 2 bolts from the top, so that's pretty much what I'm going to do, is just see if I can loosen it up and see if I can pull it out the top, because that would be the easiest way to do it. Unfortunately, the way the alternator goes in is kind of up and down, so I can't get to that bottom bolt without lifting the whole car up. So didn't want to have to go under the car, but it looks like we're going to have to go under the car today. At this point, the alternator is all disconnected, and now is going to be the struggle part of having to figure out how it actually comes out of the car. If you look through the bottom, there's engine in the way, and if you look through the top, there's engine in the way. So this might be a bit of a struggle, but we're gonna figure this out. Currently struggling to get this thing out of the bracket. It does not want to come out or budge or move at all, and I'm fighting it right now. So the alternator is now free, but I can't get it out of the car. It's out of the bracket, so that part of the struggle is done. The next part of the struggle is actually taking it out of the car, because it is like that much too big to get out of the actual car from the top, and the subframe is in the way from the bottom. I didn't think this was gonna be that difficult. He's kind of just down there chilling. I got to get it through this little tiny opening. Problem is, it keeps getting stuck between my fuel line right here and the slave cylinder right there, and that's what's holding it back. That was only a huge struggle, but we freaking got it out. I undid the fuel line, the fuel pressure regulator side of it, and it kind of popped right out. So now we gotta struggle putting the next one in. Hopefully it all works out well. Fitting like a glove was not the term I'd use for putting that back in. Same struggle getting it in than it was getting out. Here, the freaking crackheads out right now. It's getting that late. Kind of just plopped her in there right now. Next part of this is we will squeeze it into the bracket, push it down, get it all secure, and it should just be that simple. This took a really long time because it didn't want to get out of that bracket, and it is really tight. So people with B-swap Civics, you gotta move some shit to get it to work, and it's kind of a struggle and a hassle, but you'll get it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have been one of those hot boy kids that freaking powder coated their alternator to like a crazy color. That would have been so cool. Fun fact about me, I don't have power steering in this car, but I have everything hooked up like I do. But the reason I don't is because I don't have the reservoir for it, because it rusted out and had a hole in it. So in theory, I could just make one out of like a plastic bottle, and I don't know why I haven't done that yet. And like I always keep saying, oh, because race car, but this thing's kind of hard to steer at times. I should probably reconnect all of that. So at this point, we should be able to start her up, and hopefully she sounds okay. Let's make a little bit of noise. It's definitely making a loud noise, and I don't know why, and it doesn't sound good. Sounds like something's rubbing on the inside of it, so I might actually have to return that one and do this all again. That sound is now at quarter of the volume it was. I don't know if there's a piece of plastic in there or it's not doing what's supposed to, but it's sounding better. My freaking Harbor Freight multimeter, the prongs don't want to stay in and it won't read anything, and I think I broke it. And I like just got this thing, so that's kind of ridiculous. But I'm gonna see if this is good or not. So none of the lights are flickering like it was before. Before, my headlights were kind of just going in and out when I was at idle, and they're not doing that now. So the alternator seems to be working. I don't know why it's loud. That definitely seems like something of concern. So I'm going to have to do some research on that, because that's not right. It should be silent, but it works, I think. That's a weird problem I'm having now. So I think I'm just gonna send it tomorrow and see what happens, because unfortunately your boy gotta work some weekends because staffing sucks. But I'm gonna see if it goes away. If it doesn't, I'm gonna give him a call and be like, hey, I installed it, it's loud. I'll send him a video because I have video of it. I didn't do anything, I didn't drop it, so I don't know if it was a shipping thing or the wheel's crooked, but something definitely doesn't sound right. My lights aren't flickering. My dashboard lights sound, or they look fine. I really don't know what it could be. I think it's something inside the alternator. Nothing else seems to be rubbing, so it's one of those win-lose kind of nights. So I am going to leave you guys off here. Sorry I've been away for so long. I've just been busy. So comment, like, subscribe, go to the fun stuff. Keep doing you, stay motivated. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and peace.